In the world of tennis, few names evoke as much respect and admiration as Pete Sampras. A dominant force in the 1990s, Sampras is a player whose style, grace, and unparalleled success left an indelible mark on the sport. But let's dive into his story with a little fun along the way. Pete Sampras was born on August 12, 1971, in Washington, D.C., to Greek-American parents. At the age of 7, Pete's family moved to Palos Verdes, California, where his passion for tennis truly began to flourish. By the age of 9, he discovered a tennis racket in the basement of his new home, and that discovery would change his life forever. Legend has it, his first serve was so powerful, it nearly knocked over a neighbor's garden gnome. The gnome survived, but the legend of Pistol Pete was born. Trained by his early coach, Pete Fisher, Sampras was transformed from a baseline player to a serve and volley machine. Fisher believed that Pete's game would be most effective with a one-handed backhand and a powerful serve. Spoiler alert, he was right. At just 16 years old, Sampras turned professional in 1988. His breakthrough moment came 2 years later in 1990 when, at the age of 19, he became the youngest ever U.S. Open champion. This victory wasn't just a flash in the pan. It was the beginning of a legendary career. By 21, he was already the cool kid on the tennis block, while others were still trying to figure out how to hit a clean backhand. Pete was out there winning Grand Slams and probably still had time to do his laundry. Sampras' game was built around his devastating serve, precision volleys, and an unshakable mental game. He quickly earned the nickname Pistol Pete for his lightning-fast serve and ability to fire off aces with ease. The 1990s belonged to Pete Sampras. From 1993 to 1998, he finished 6 consecutive years as the world's #1 player, a record at the time. Over his career, Sampras captured 14 Grand Slam titles, a record that stood until 2009. His 7 Wimbledon titles, including his iconic 1999 final win over Andre Agassi, cemented his status as the king of grass courts. His serve was so fast that opponents often wondered if he was secretly part cyborg. Rumor has it, ball boys started wearing helmets just in case. But like all great athletes, Sampras faced challenges. In the early 2000s, he experienced a slump, struggling to win titles. Critics questioned whether he still had the drive to compete at the highest level. However, in 2002, Sampras silenced the doubters in the best way possible by winning his 14th and final Grand Slam at the U.S. Open, defeating longtime rival Andre Agassi in the final. It was a fairy tale ending to a storied career. During his brief slump, some thought Pete might be losing his touch. But let's be honest, even when he wasn't winning, he was still better than most of us on our best day. And if you ever tried to return one of his serves, you'd probably end up chasing the ball into the next county. After that victory, Pete Sampras decided to retire from professional tennis, leaving the sport on his terms, at the pinnacle of success. Since retiring, Sampras has mostly stayed out of the limelight, choosing to live a quieter life with his wife, actress Bridget Wilson, and their 2 children. While he occasionally participates in exhibition matches and tennis events, Sampras has largely focused on his family and personal life. After retirement, Pete decided to trade his tennis racket for, well, not much else. He's still unbeatable on the court, even if now it's the court in his backyard, and his opponents are his kids who are probably trying to convince him to take it easy. Though no longer competing, Pete Sampras' legacy endures. His influence can be seen in the next generation of tennis stars, many of whom cite him as an inspiration. His records may have been surpassed, but the respect and admiration for what he accomplished remain timeless. Pete Sampras wasn't just a tennis champion, he was a symbol of excellence, determination, and sportsmanship. In an era that demanded greatness, Sampras delivered time and time again. He will forever be remembered as one of the greatest to ever play the game. This is the story of Pete Sampras, the man who redefined tennis. and left a legacy that will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching and subscribe if you want more videos.